Escape from darkness. A survivor's journey. Imagine a dark, dimly lit basement, cold cement floors, enveloped in silence. Our documentary begins here, a place that confines yet propels our protagonist's story. We meet Sarah, not in the bright beams of freedom, but under the shadowy shroud of captivity that would define her for years. Before the walls closed in, she was like many, with dreams and aspirations. Today, we explore her labyrinthine journey from the depths of darkness to the light. The claustrophobic setting is our first stop, a barren, unadorned basement. It's here Sarah's story unfolds. The camera pans slowly, revealing small details: an old mattress, a single chair, the rustle of footsteps above. These symbolic elements set the tone. This confined space symbolizes powerlessness, isolation, and the relentless passage of time. Before the basement imprisoned her, Sarah lived an ordinary life. Overflowing with dreams, she was optimistic, a vivid personality full of hope. As we delve into her backstory, we get glimpses of a life disrupted, a stark contrast to the solitude she would later endure. Enter the antagonist, a figure who appears ordinary but hides sinister intentions beneath a facade. Sarah's abuser methodically infiltrated her life, establishing his grip gradually, weaving a web too complex for her to escape. This segment explores his manipulation and the gradual dissolution of Sarah's autonomy. The descent into captivity began with confusion and fear, a veil over reality. Sarah's world shrunk to the confines of this basement. The initial shock gave way to despair as days melted into weeks. Her narrative voice captures the sensation of her early captivity, raw, aching, and bewildered. Inside her shadowy prison, Sarah faced psychological trials far more harrowing than her physical constraints. Visuals mirror her internal struggle, highlighting her declining mental state. Here, we witness the erosion of time, blending fear with flashes of hope that kept her spirit from irreparably collapsing. But within the darkness, sparks of defiance ignited. Sarah's first act of rebellion, a clandestine gesture, served as a glimmer of her undying resilience. Though small, it was a pivotal moment. We explore how these rebellious acts, seemingly insignificant, sowed the seeds for future resilience. As time stretched on, the psychological tension intensified. The shadows of despair threatened to overtake her, yet Sarah resisted. Through intimate shots, we capture the weariness pooling in her eyes as she began to strategize small disruptions against her captor, subtly challenging her imposed boundaries. Empowered by her initial defiance, Sarah embarked on a series of strategic acts. These minor rebellions, portrayed through symbolic visuals, inject vitality into her spirit. Each was a calculated risk, a quiet upheaval of her captor's routines, building up her resolve bit by bit. In dreams or fleeting memories, Sarah connected to a world beyond her prison. These moments served as lifelines, reminding her of what she missed but still cherish. Through visual cues, a bird's silhouette through a crack, a distant child's laughter. These moments reaffirmed the existence of hope. In the omnipresent pressure of her confinement, hope was a fragile yet powerful motive. We visualize these glimmers as light-penetrating cracks in the darkened room, representing the unyielding spirit that refused to be extinguished. This theme of hope becomes the driving force behind Sarah's journey. Sarah's mindset evolved. She morphed from passive victim to active resistor. Her defiance became more conspicuous, her planning more strategic. Through sequences capturing her determined gaze and measured steps, we highlight her growing resolve and transforming psyche. The heart races as Sarah carefully outlines her escape. She analyzed, calculated, and prepared against every possible threat. This tension-filled segment, underscored by visual planning and intense anticipation, showcases her precise strategy and unwavering determination. No plan unfolds without challenges. Sarah's execution faced formidable obstacles. Setbacks loomed large. We delve into these moments of uncertainty and doubt, glimpses of fear trying to creep back in, only for her to cast it aside in favor of courage. portrayed through suspenseful sequences. Finally, her daring escape unfolds with cinematic intensity. The camera captures every beat of tension, her heart pounding against time itself. We craft a scene bursting with suspense, tracking her movements against the backdrop of imminent danger as freedom beckons from beyond the basement's door. Sarah's transition into the broad openness of liberty is steeped in emotion. When she steps out, the world is different, yet blissfully liberating. The narrative softens from suspense to liberating triumph, presenting her initial embrace of freedom with poignancy and relief. Though liberated, Sarah's journey was far from over. She faced the world anew, but with the weight of her past shadowing her. Her steps into recovery involved unraveling trauma, rebuilding trust, and rediscovering identity. The ultimate test of resilience is reintegration. Sarah grappled with societal expectations while healing scars, emotional, physical, and psychological. This segment explores her navigation through these multifaceted layers, confronting a society juxtaposed to her long-standing isolation. Crucial to Sarah's journey were the lifelines of support that emerged. From family and friends to therapists, Sarah found strength in shared vulnerability. By showcasing interviews and interactions, we depict the significant role of community and professional support in her gradual recovery. Now, Sarah reflects on her experience with introspective clarity. She recounts her darkest days alongside her triumphant revival. This reflection offers profound insights into her healing, demonstrating growth and the enduring impact of resilience. As Sarah narrates her recovery, we understand her story transcends personal survival. It emerges as a legacy of resilience. Her journey inspires others, embodying hope, courage, and the ability to reclaim one's narrative against overwhelming odds. Sarah's story does not end with her escape. It evolves into a movement to empower others. She transforms personal survival into advocacy, engaging in outreach to support those who face similar adversities, sustaining the message that no one is powerless. The impact of Sarah's tale extends beyond individual transformation into societal awareness. Her voice and experience become pivotal in shedding light on abuse, tapping into broader conversations about prevention, support, and the sanctity of agency and freedom. To capture Sarah's journey truthfully, we employ a variety of cinematic techniques. From symbolic motifs to auditory elements, these creative choices enhance the narrative's emotional depth and tension, translating her internal and external struggles into a compelling visual experience. As the documentary approaches its end, we provide emotional closure, revisiting themes and motives. We immerse viewers once more into the transformative journey that defied despair, reaffirming the enduring human capacity to overcome darkness with light. In Sarah's own words, she iterates the journey she has traveled and the empowerment she embraces today. Her message reaches out to the viewers. Those suffering must seek help. Those free must extend hands of support and empathy.